Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hitting that play button for another episode of the Heady Coleman Podcast. Man, episode 108. I'm thankful for, I used the Anchor app to upload my podcast, the audio version, and it distributes it out. And so I'm at 108 episodes, and on Anchor it says that I have like 9,400 and something plays. So I'm assuming that that's because the play button in the Anchor app or wherever, Apple, Google, almost 10,000 people have hit the play button to at least listen. Maybe if it's 2 seconds, 3 seconds, I don't know, but they've hit the play button. So I am so thankful if you're one of those people. And not only that, on YouTube, as far as you all watching me, my subscriber count is not huge, but it's going up. And so I'm thankful for that people are willing to hit that play button, video or audio. So that is really, really cool. Today, I just wanted to talk to you about, so I put it on Facebook asking, hey, what should I write about? And a couple of people, not a whole bunch, 2 people, made a couple of comments saying what they thought I should write about. And one of them was asked if I would write about a project I would implement in my town if time and cost were not a factor. And so I wrote about that today on my blog post. And of course, what I do is I kind of review, talk over my blog post for my podcast, and then for the YouTube as you all are watching or listening. And so I thought about what that would look like for me if there was a project that I would implement if time and cost were not a factor. And I'm assuming that she was meaning if I would be the person leading these. And so thinking about what would be fun and something that I really have a passion for. So I was thinking about that. And so I wrote down 3 at first, and then I kind of thought it through, and I'm going to share my 3 projects. I called it the dream project. So these are my dream projects. And this was kind of a quick thought, but these are my dream projects. I kind of live out my dream every day in the work that I do with the Go In, with church and all of that. And so, but these are dream projects, and some of them I have pursued before and kind of do already, like some of the stuff that I'm already doing. So, but if you don't know, just a little context of where I'm at, I'm in a small town just north of Oklahoma City called Guthrie, Oklahoma. And this is the place that I also grew up in, but I left after I graduated, and then I came back. So I came back about 2007-ish or so, and so I've been here ever since, my family, and I have been here. And I would say that we've been pretty active in our community, just serving and doing everything that we possibly can to continue to help our community thrive, and just to help people in general is what we try to do. And so I was thinking about just those kind of things I'm passionate about, things I'm already doing in the community. And my 3 dream projects were, 1, a community workspace for startup tech companies. And the way that I was thinking about this was I would provide like a co-working space, and it would be cool if we could give a seed of like $10,000, and we had 10 tech companies. We provided $10,000. They worked out of this community workspace, worked together, helped one another with different ideas, and just resource one another to help grow tech companies here in my community. Now, the reason I think that is because in a smaller community like retail and things of that nature, it can be really challenging because you don't have as many people populating our downtown and just walking around. You just don't have that many people. And we're so close proximity to a big city. A lot of people go to the city and shop as well. So I'm thinking if we could start 10 tech companies, have this community workspace give $10,000 for people to come here and start their tech company. We would get applications. We would review them, look and see what we think, have a team of people who would kind of help make that decision with me. And then we would just serve them in whatever they would need. Like, we would kind of outline what that would look like. But tech companies oftentimes don't need people in the sense of like customers, because they have the whole world can be their customers. And so I was just thinking tech companies would be great for my small community and provide people jobs, and then also give the economy a boost, and in that probably start creating some real cool quality of life pieces. So that was the first one, a community workspace for startup tech companies. The next one, number 2, was a mentoring / community service program focusing on students 5th through 8th grade. And so mentoring, getting people to invest in young folks, help them by sharing your experiences, just spending time with them. And then the community service piece would be the mentors and their mentees would partner up to go out and serve in some way in the community. So that is my mentoring / community service program focusing on students 5th through 8th grade. My third one was a young entrepreneur program that teaches students 6th through 12th grade about running a business and help them start a side hustle, primarily online. Again, I'm always going back to this online, this tech, because your audience becomes much bigger. You have a greater opportunity to reach more people. Therefore, you make more money potentially. So I'm thinking online, but it doesn't have to be online. It could be something local that they have found a niche, these students have found a niche for, and it becomes their side hustle. So it doesn't have to be online, but that's kind of where I would steer them. I used to do these things called Kid Entrepreneur Day, and we would just have kids register. They would come set up outside of like a local store, coffee shop or something like that, and they would just sell whatever they made. So it was baked goods. My daughter once put together 12 books and sold those. So just different things that kids do. Again, teaching them to be entrepreneurs, teaching them to dream right here out of GuthrieAmerica, which I think gives a great opportunity for them to one day want to come back to GuthrieAmerica. So, and then I think it also just helps them transition into adulthood, kind of having already learned about business, talking about taxes and things like that, expenses versus fixed expenses, just teaching them all those things would be really great for them moving forward. And they may carry their side hustle over into college, or it may become their thing. It may become their full-time thing and not so much a side hustle. And how cool would that be if they did that here in GuthrieAmerica, in my town or your city, thinking about how do we continue to attract young entrepreneurs to stay local, to stay home. So now, after I wrote out those 3, I was like, man, I think, which one would I pick? And this is what I came up with. If I was to pick one, it would be the Young Entrepreneur Program. I'm just a fan of creating reasons to make living in GuthrieAmerica attractive to the next generation. So that would be great. And then I believe helping them define their dream job and building it here is one of the keys to making this kind of thing happen. Whenever you can kind of invest in people and get them to start early building something here, then yes, the chances of them staying home would be greater. My second one would probably be the community workspace for startup tech companies. I believe if this is successful, it could fuel the other 2 for sure. So if the community workspace is successful, then I can probably do the other 2, and then I can do all 3. So what I was thinking was, once I thought about that, then I was like, you know what? Actually, this could be one project, and we would call it the GuthrieAmerica Growth Project, where we're trying to grow the economy and grow entrepreneurship in GuthrieAmerica. Yes. I like that a lot. So that would be my project. If if money, time was not a concern, I would do the GuthrieAmerica growth project, and I would run these 3 things out of one space, and I think that could be really super dope and cool. I like Maggie. Thank you for getting me to thinking about something else. My wife was probably like, no, I don't need him to be thinking about anything else. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for hitting that play button for another episode of the Heady Coleman Podcast. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, go win.